That's good.
Kia ora. Welcome to Neat and Not by the Sea. My name is Catherine and my pronouns are she, her. Today is Flosstube number 43 and it's Thursday. And even though I just said yeah, but later, Thursday, the day that Jacinda has told us she's going to resign.
What's sad about that? Oh, so I'm Victoria. My pronouns are also she, her. And it's my first week back at work, so my brain is complete mush.
Yes, and this is like my third week back at brain and my brain's still not working.
Oh.
It's very difficult. Okay, so chit chats. What's been happening? The situation in Peru is worse, which is really sad. Very, very bad situation for the people. The protests are gathering momentum. The police continue to kill civilians. Yeah, so it's really bad. So
And they've arrested the former Prime Minister, haven't they? Or the one that...
Oh, yeah, there's all sorts of,
yeah.
there's all sorts of arrests have happened. Yes, so not a good country to visit at the moment. The people are suffering, the people are being killed by the police, and it is the indigenous people that are suffering, so that's even worse. Really hard to get like factual news. The press is not really reporting. The foreign press is reporting, but with not as much interest as one would hope, because Peru is not a big player in the world. So that's concerning and sad. But it is also very nice to see that a lot of solidarity among the people themselves. So yeah, a bit sad about that.
Yeah, it's not good.
And then on the political front, Jacinda resigned today.
This afternoon, which
I
feel like came out of the blue a bit.
well,
I mean, it's...
I mean, it did come out of the blue, but I think at the same time, it means that she lives in her own terms. She doesn't leave because she didn't win an election.
No.
But also, this poor woman has never had a chance to be fully engaged with her child because she's had to run a country through like really difficult times. So I think she would have been very torn. But I think it's a really good move for her, and I think she's probably exhausted.
Oh, yes, I'd say so. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think good on her for knowing that it was time to go.
Yeah.
She's just had enough. And I think especially, I was reading her daughter's about to start school this year. So that means the flexibility of travel and things like that.
Oh, pish, who cares about primary school? I was always taking my kids out of school.
I think she's been a really good leader. I think she did a phenomenal job getting New Zealand through the pandemic. I think she was a great job when we had the terrorist attack.
Yeah, she's done really.
She's dealt with a lot of shit things that New Zealand hasn't really had to deal with before.
Yes. So I hope she has a really good rest, and I hope then her next job is something that doesn't take her away from her family. So
I'm hoping world domination.
Well, people have been saying out where she'll probably do something in the UN.
Yeah, she'll go over and because Helen Clark's still working.
Yeah, but I wondered about that because Kiwis really like their kids to kind of have that sense of being a Kiwi as well. So I don't know, it'll just be interesting. I think you can only give so much.
Yeah.
And she has done amazing.
She did amazing.
So we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. Hopefully. So we have an election this year in October, I think they've announced the dates for. So
yeah.
Hopefully whoever replaces her will be able to carry Labour through to the next term. But
maybe the Greens.
The Greens would be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I think it would be really hard for Labour, whoever the leader is, and even if Jacinda had stayed, to go through and get the third term. It's quite difficult, I think, for any party in New Zealand to get a third term.
I think it's a thing worldwide. It always shifts. Yeah. It's like the pendulum swings the other way, and then it goes. They have 2 terms of that, and then they're like and then it goes the other way as well.
As I'm sure it is in most countries. And, particularly at the moment with just everything being a bit shit. There's the recession, everything's going up in prices, inflation's going through the roof,
but that is worldwide.
It's worldwide,
it's a worldwide
so
challenge
it's not
as well.
It's not a it's everywhere. It's happening to everyone. Anyway,
Anyway, so that was the second.
Great. Yeah.
The other bit of chit chat news is that we're going on a little craft retreat.
I'm so excited because I completely forgot about it.
So that's just the three of us. We tend to, just the three of us, go and do little things like that. So that's...
Three of us is our other stitchy friend who often
Claire,
comes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to spend the night on Quarantine Island.
Which is a hop, skip and a jump away from... You can probably see it out my kitchen window. It's in the middle of the Otago Harbour.
It's the other way.
I can't see it out of my kitchen window. If I walked up to the top of the hill, I could see it.
That's like an inlet. It is
on
the
the
harbour.
But I don't know.
But it is funny because I no longer live in Port and I'm coming all the way to Port for my weekend.
Early too. You're going to have to get out of bed.
Martin's dropping off. It's
He's
okay.
good.
But it is lovely. If you're in the Otago area and you haven't been to Quarantine Island, I would encourage you. It's very beautiful. And it's got kind of interesting history because it was a quarantine island back in the day when people from Europe were coming to colonize New Zealand. That was one of the places where they stopped, and there's a little bit of interesting history about women had to stay on one side and the men stayed in this other house. So it's just interesting. But we're just gonna chat and relax and stitch and eat.
It'll be great.
And I've said that they have to bring swimsuits in case it's hot. It's supposed to be hot.
I know, but I usually just swim in whatever clothes I'm wearing and then take a change of clothes.
Feral.
But it's cool. I've washed my togs from my holiday last week. So.
Yeah, I barely can get into my swimsuit, so never mind. I kind of don't want to buy another one because when do I go swimming?
Oh, exactly. And honestly, if you're just going in, I don't know if we're going in the harbour, but if you're in the beach, whatever you're wearing is fine.
Although, to be honest, I know a couple of people in Waikouaiti, and I bumped into one of them. She was cutting her lawn, and she's also a maker. And she invited me to a swimming and bodyboarding group.
You'd quite enjoy that, I think.
Yes, but of course they're all retired. So
just a minute, my mum's ringing because she's forgotten that we film on Thursday, so I'm just going to hang up. So there's my phone. So apparently that stopped the video, and I pressed the button.
But maybe that avoided the F word that you just popped in there when you noticed.
I think I drop those down all the time.
So that was Victoria's mum calling.
Oh, it just means I'm going to have to join the video, which takes a bit longer. But that's okay. We live and learn.
And so, do we do that at the end or do we do it at the beginning?
Do it at the end, I think.
Okay, cool. So just remember we have a draw, which we'll do at the end of the video.
For Stitch
the Book of Days.
The Book of Days. So all those that entered into the draw from our last video. It's all ready to go. We have a winner.
Cool.
What is it? Hori. Mum's asking for the recipe for my cheese ball, so I just sent a text to her and it just came. Mum, it's cream cheese.
Iconic Kiwi dish.
Oh, it's a great dish.
Okay, so I don't have a lot, but you're going to be entertained because Victoria does have a lot to show.
Oh, so my second week of holidays.
Yes, you should give
it came back. It was great.
And the chit-chat, what did you miss?
So mainly I was just around home, which was wonderful. I have completely butchered the hedge out the back. I've got 3 wool sacks full of offcuts, and I've also butchered the hedge out the front. I'm going to say I broke my finger. I badly sprained my finger.
When she says butchered, she hasn't. She's trimmed it.
Oh no, you should see the one out the back.
It looks smart.
The one out the front looks smart. The one out the back just looks butchered.
It'll come back.
Alright, we'll be great for regrowth next year. So I've done that. I did a lot of stitching and we spent 3 days up in Reiki for my mum's birthday.
Nice.
It was
did you
lovely.
see any whales or dolphins?
No. But it was fine. The weather was okay. It was nice enough that we went down to the beach every day. Everyone got wet. And we came back up and then did some sewing.
But nobody got sunburned. So that's a good thing.
Nobody got sunburned. Yeah, the sunburn you're seeing here, that's from cutting the hedge. That's why it's all good. Had a great time. Now I'm back at work and wishing we didn't go back for a full week. We should have started on Wednesday.
Yeah, my boss came back on Wednesday and I was like, that's clever.
Yeah, it's a shock to the system doing 5 full days.
Oh well, we had a long break.
We did.
Cool. I'm just wondering if it's too dark, whether the ring needs to go up a bit.
Okay, I'm going to turn the light up. Alright, people. How's that?
Did that make it worse or better? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Still daylight outside.
Victoria, do you have any fully finished objects?
I do.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, you may all remember last year I was doing You Had Me at Flamingo by Hands On Design. I purchased this as a PDF pattern, so I'm pretty sure it's still available as a PDF.
They let you have it as a PDF. Or they just uploaded it?
They just uploaded it. So I sent them a query saying, look, it's just when we'd gone into lockdown, I was like, there's no postage coming into New Zealand. Is there any way I can get a digital copy of this? And they're like, wait a few days. We're just about to load it up. So here it is. I put some pretty little flower material on the back that I had. I think I should have
cotton or
left...
lycra?
It's cotton.
Okay.
I should have left more of a border around, but that's okay.
Why?
I just feel that it's just a bit close. I think I did 10 strands. I probably should have done about 15
I like
to
it. And
20.
you filled it in with leftovers.
Filled it in with leftovers.
I love that. I
I
like
like
the solidity.
It's
yeah.
much denser.
Yeah, it's cool. I love it.
So now I have 2 pincushions in my pincushion thing.
Oh, I've done,
So I love it. I think it's gorgeous.
you know that cake stand that I bought somewhere?
Yes.
With the flowers?
Yes.
Now that's in my studio and it's got my pin cushions. And it turns out I don't have enough pin cushions for it.
Wow. Oh, we need to do some more. Do some pincushions. How cute is that? Anyway,
Very
it's done.
lovely. Well done.
So I have a fully finished...
With no nagging, you just...
There's no nagging, just did it. Got up
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm going to do this today, and this today. I ignored the boring things and did the fun ones.
Very good. Okay, so do you have any finished objects?
I do. Voila! So, we have finally, people, you will all be very pleased to know, come to the end. And I've even sort of ironed it. Of the Twisted Band sampler. She's done. Hurrah! Super pleased.
Very
It's
cool.
I like it way better than I did at the start.
See, now that you're finished, you're like, oh, that wasn't painful at all.
Oh, no, it was painful. And it was because I had things to meet. I feel like deadlines to meet each month. Sorry, like I said, first week back, I'm bloody exhausted. I feel I haven't worked on much else. And I can tell I got kind of bored of it with the amount I've done of stitching since I finished this.
You might
and
not
how
be able
much
to see, but
progress.
this corner is embroidered. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
very light lilac.
I'll take it in close, eh? There we go.
Yeah. And you were
Look at
talking
that.
at one point about using this for a bag, a project bag. Are you
A
still
project
thinking
bag.
that?
I kind of like it too much now. Or I was going to turn it into a drum. It might make quite a cool drum.
You might not appreciate it so
I don't think
much.
you will you? Just wants to be a square. Maybe I'll get you to show me how to do the fancy edges and I'll just iron it and pin it flat to the wall.
Yeah.
Because I'm too cheap to frame it. But hey, it's done.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Very beautiful. Yeah, I think I do like it better now that it's fully complete.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
Well done.
So, for those of you who are interested, that was Northern Expressions Needlework Twisted Band Sampler.
And you use the Cold 4.
Cold
and
4
everything.
DMCs, purchased the pattern at Stitch Witches and did it as a stitch along there on a Tuesday evening. But wait, there's more.
She's on a roll.
I have also finished Plum Street Samplers, Miss Bingley's Library. Now, I hadn't told Catherine I've finished this one, so she didn't bring hers to compare.
And I thought about it. I was like, oh, maybe I should take mine because I found it when I was tidying up because I'm still unloading boxes and unpacking and putting things away and taking things to the op shop. I thought, oh, I should take it. And then I thought, well, no, because she's not finished. And we said it would be the reveal when you were finished. And then you're finished now.
Because you talked last time about bringing yours to compare, and I was like, I just hope she did it. But look, it's done. Really pleased with it.
It's very beautiful, but it's just so funny in comparison to mine. This is very elegant.
It's
It's
I
got
like your
a
size
classical
better. I
feel.
think you did it on a 40 count, and I think I've done this on a 32.
Oh, okay.
I like your
Oh, you
smaller
can't
one.
tell.
But
It's very
super
beautiful.
pleased. It all came together really quickly in the end. I did this when I was away on Reiki. But all this bit up here, which I thought would take me ages because this bit had taken me so long, I think I knocked out in a day.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Like I said, have my mojo back. Didn't have to do stupid work. Which I'm very appreciative of because that affords that lets me pay for my hobbies.
Yeah, that's right. Yay, we like having
We
good
like
jobs,
work.
right?
Good jobs are great.
Good jobs are great. Love them.
It's done. So I'm just going to get a warehouse frame, I think, to frame that in.
Well, I still have lots of wooden ones, and I'm really not sure what to do with them because my house is too small, my studio is too small. So next time, let's video mine, and you can try one out.
Yes. I was also very impressed with you cutting down frame sizes. I reckon we should do that one afternoon too.
Yes. What I haven't found yet is a glass cutting device.
What have you lost?
It's somewhere.
We'll find it. I'm sure I've got one rattling around too, but Lord knows where. Oh. So this is mine, right? So I've been filling it in for those that are interested, and I just wanted to show you. See those 2 stars? Those were the days that I finished the 2 ones. That's when I finished Twisted Band. That there is when I finished Miss Bingley's. It's gone great. That was for Shark Week. I think there were some comments on that. Oh, there was also a comment from. Oh, I'm sorry, I wrote the name down and now I can't remember. Asking about the bet that we had going.
Oh, Melpat.
We had a bet going. I think when I did my first 1, 2, 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3 stitch order, I ordered all these patterns. I was like, I'll knock this out in 18 months. And I bet against Catherine and Claire. I've only finished like one of them, but I've done lots of other things as well.
So Claire and I need to choose a restaurant.
You do. I need to take you guys out for lunch.
Dinner. I'm sure it was dinner. Exciting.
Anyway, so that is my FFOs and FOs. What are yours?
Well done. I haven't got any FFOs. I've got a tiny little bit of whips.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have been, because I'm trying to do this, because I'm always trying to make my life harder than it needs to be. I'm trying to create this body of work for an art exhibition, which means that I've just been beating myself up and like being insecure about everything. And then avoiding all making.
Have you booked dates yet?
No, that I'll tell you how it works.
All right.
No, I've mostly been unpacking boxes because we still have boxes on my little deck outside of my studio, and we still have some boxes in Sophia's little sleep out, although we've made up her bed now.
Oh,
so that was real
excellent.
progress. Oh, I need to ask you if you want, I've got a glass fronted cabinet, leaded glass, plain lead, if you wanted it.
Yeah, send me a photo.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been doing that, and then I've been doing like feeling sorry for myself because I'm tired and all I do is unpack. And I've done some stitching this week, so I can show you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do one each. You've got whips as well.
Oh yes, I still kept going.
Okay, so this is the one I'm most excited about. So this is called His Eyes on the Sparrow. I'm going to take it out because I think you have to be fair to this pattern. It's so beautiful. His Eyes on the Sparrow, and it's by Beth Twist. So cute. I was trying to get to this tree at the bottom. Look at my pretty nails. New Year's resolution, I will look after myself. We're going well. I've gone once. So I was trying to get to that tree, and I managed to get to that tree.
Oh, did you ever?
So I completed the tree, and you can't really tell on the screen, but the fruit are 2 different colours. Or maybe you can tell that and that. I think you can't from afar, but they are actually 2 different colours. And of course I'm just choosing my colours that please me, and I thought the brightness of these colours went really well with the rest of the work. But actually it was quite amazing. Once that tree went in, I was like, oh gosh, I don't have a lot to do.
No, you've really filled it up.
Yeah, so I am loving this. I am loving it. So I am hoping to just crack on.
Nice. What are you going to work on when we're away this weekend?
Probably my art practice.
Oh.
But I will take some quilting and some crochet, because you never know what mood you're going to be in. So I've got to take something of each type of thing.
But remember, we have to carry it all by hand.
Oh, nothing is heavy. Yeah, no, it's fine.
So I finally got back onto the GGR ATS 1871
See, that's very beautiful
project.
as well.
Now I'm 2 minds about this one at the moment. So this is a photo of the original, and so that you don't really know what your one's going to turn out like until you do it. And I'm not entirely certain, and I'm convinced on the colours, but we shall persevere. So.
It was not like you to judge the colours, Victoria.
No. So this is the birdie.
See, I don't think you can judge it on the bird because the birds are always weird.
Birds are weird.
Like in the antique ones, they are weird. It's like
It's quite cool in a weird way.
they're kind of like birds, but you have never seen a bird in your life before, and you drew one. It's that sort of.
That's
bird.
exactly it. It's exactly it. And you didn't really know what colours they were, so you just added some random shit.
God, you're full of language today,
I'm
aren't
a language.
you?
I'm sorry, I'm really tired.
She is
So
full
this
of
weir's
language.
come out.
Which is hilarious because normally I'm the foul-mouthed person.
It's got this weird terracotta tail, but it's cool. I'm cool. I'm still happy with it, and it's going.
How big is it going to be? So can you open your fabric to see? Because is it the full fabric?
I think it's most of the fabric. Oh, yes, it is because it's really long and thin.
Lord.
It's probably not this. Probably about where your finger is. I think.
This one?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe a bit more.
Oh, okay. Interesting. What count is it?
40.
Okay. Gosh, that's a big bird for a 40 count.
Yeah, but if you look at the pattern. So, for those of you that don't know, this here, the tall thin rectangle is the pattern, and this here is a blow up of this section there of the pattern.
It's weird that they've done
So
it
the
like
bird
that.
the bird is quite a large part of the top anyway.
Yeah. What's at the bottom? I can't quite
It's
see.
like with bands of samplers and alphabets
great.
and patterns and things.
I really like how with antiques the fabric has got wavy. I love that. That's one of my favorite things. Great. Well, I think you should persevere.
Oh yeah, we'll keep going and
I
finish
think
it off.
I think you'll like it. I think it'll look beautiful. I'm also wondering that part of the different feel that you're getting is because this is manky old fabric and yours isn't.
Oh, it's not so much it's the colour combination I'm not sure I'm convinced on, but we shall see.
Yeah, but if this was tea coloured, if it was manky,
Do you reckon it would
the
be?
contrast wouldn't be so great. So I think once it's all done, I think you will be happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's looking beautiful.
So that was great. It was nice to get back onto that one. It's been a while.
Cool.
Did you have another cross stitch one?
Yep, I've got one more. I've got two more actually.
Excellent. Me too.
And then I also did work on my Dutch Beauty, which again we've already discussed. I seem to like massive samplers. And of course I'm choosing my own colours that I fancy. So it was really difficult to know where to start because I'm not Victoria. You can't trust that my border, in fact, no, I know for a fact, but my border goes like this, straight, oh, it's dropped down 2 stitches. So I can't count my border to guide me. So I was like, how am I going to do this? So my way around it was...
You decided to start in any old random place.
No.
Oh,
I
you
did
done quite
count
a
the
bit.
sides and I did this bit. But then, can you hold it there? But then there is a motif here which is quite large, and then this line continues after, so I can't, it's too much to count, so I'm just going to do this side, and eventually the motif is going to help me find my way on the other side.
That's so pretty. Look, if we pull this close, you see it's 2 colours. It's a golden yellow and a green.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Which I just chose as well, and that's a tree. But they're all very beautiful. I want to get to this lady, the lady with the big gold skirt. I thought that would be fun.
Gosh, you're
And
almost there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny because your perception of where you are was very weird because I know this is a large pattern, and so the line, there were quite a lot of stitches. But I don't know, I was just kind of lost. I kept having to go back and count because I couldn't kind of estimate. But yeah, I'm quite pleased. So because I dyed my own fabric in this yellow, and then I chose to have a yellow, it's not super obvious, but I think noticeable
It's
enough.
really pretty. It's much more noticeable in person.
Yeah.
It's
So I'm
not
very
really
happy.
going through on the camera, but it looks gorgeous.
So this is the stuff that I dyed with the yellow buddleia, little balls of yellow flowers, and that's the stuff that the day before we flew on holiday I was harvesting down the road because that was important.
Yeah, priorities.
Priorities indeed. So I'm very happy with this, and I was thinking, oh, I could cut it down now, couldn't I? I could cut the bottom bit.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
sure why
that's the
that's
good bit about
important.
doing the.
I do like to cut things down. There's lots of golds and oranges here. I'm going to have fun. I'm not using metallic threads, but I'm going to use kind of gold hues.
Lovely.
Yeah. Oh no, I wonder if I can find. It was very funny when I discovered that was out of step. Laughed. That's okay. It adds to
I love the
charm.
difference between us. You laughed, I would have cried.
No. I'm always so delighted because with cross stitch it's actually quite hard to not be symmetrical. But I love it when I'm not. That just makes me happy. So it was a happy day.
I had to frog everything I did last night.
Had to.
Oh no. So I was working on this one, which is a peacock, a unicorn, a badger, which is gorgeous. And what I had done is I had done the outline of the tree up here, over there, and I'd done the outline of that. I'm assuming it's a plum or a pomegranate or something. I can't even see it on this picture.
Which one?
Oh no, I'd gone down. I went down here where the bird was, and I'd done the outline of that bit of fruit, and then realised that everything was one square up. So I'd stuffed it.
And apparently that mattered.
It did matter because this is all counted off things around it, and so I unpicked it.
See, I just don't care because I think you've got so much background. You just take one line of background off.
But look, I've been doing some of this. I have done the outline of that flower, the branch outlines, the leaf outlines. I've left them as outlines because I think this is going to be my main project to do on the weekend. So I'm just
Backfilling, yeah.
Solid block filling. So I thought I'd do the outlines.
Have you done the water yet? No, you haven't.
No, I'm going to do the water last because it's done in a long stitch. And so I don't want it to catch on things.
Oh, okay.
But I've done the flower that looks like something else.
Of course. All the flowers look like something else, Victoria.
I love this pattern. I will be getting more of these.
Let me have a look.
Scarlet letter.
It is like weird in the best possible way.
It is gorgeous. It would make a beautiful tapestry to be then turned
Yes.
into a cushion.
Yes. And it's gaudy as well, which I really appreciate. Yeah.
And, sorry, one thing.
Can I
Oh
flip
no.
it?
Yep, just chuck it on the ground. I vacuumed. And you had another one, and then I'll show my last one.
Oh yeah. And the last one, I was actually doing this today. I had a meeting via Zoom. It was terrible. I was just embroidering.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
I can't do it with lots of things, but for this, it's once a month this meeting, and they're not asking me questions. I just have to chip in when it's relevant to my sort of my area of expertise. That's my excuse. I was just stitching because life's short. So this one is the forest grew. Oh, I forgot to say that the other one is also a make-along. Is this a make-along? Whatever, I don't know. So this one is with what you have, Sal, and I'm theoretically doing this with, oh my god, my mind's gone blank. From Spectrum Stitcher. Ella?
No, is Ella doing this one? Who's doing the, No, I'm getting confused.
Okay, never mind. I think this is with Ella from Spectrum Stitcher. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I really apologise. I'm like, names are not my superpower. Like, I'm bad at that. Oh my god, speaking of bad, I'm at work. I make endless coffees at work. It's all instant. But I have decaf. And I go to we share the building now with a different department. I was like, have you seen the decaf container? No. Then I go to my team. Have you seen the decaf container? I says, I think it's with the cups. So I must have put it with the cups by accident.
It's like when you accidentally put your car keys in the fridge. I've done that.
I know.
Where's my wallet? Oh, it's in the freezer.
I know, but it wasn't in the freezer. I was so proud of myself that it wasn't in the freezer. Anyway, so I'm not good with names. So if I've forgotten, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyway, I'm very excited because I love this pattern. So I got to this bit here. And it's a great tree with gold. Again, I'm choosing my own thing. Isn't it beautiful? It's not finished. So I've used... So it's funny because there's a lot more leaves. So this central leaves are one color green. Then the other ones that I've done are another color, but I've used variegated floss. And then there's going to be more leaves. There's going to be 2 more tones of leaves here. But I love it.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It reminded me of the thing that we're supposed to be stitching.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah. So I'm very happy. And so this is the with what you have, Sal. So that means if you want to stitch something, just stitch something from your stash rather than going out to buy cold for fabric or threads or even pattern. You can just choose what you want. Be very relaxed about it. Which, of course, I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that stitch along because it makes no effort. It makes no extra effort for me. But Ella was going to use it. It is Ella Rose
I think it
Barnes.
is.
Yeah.
And the other stitch along you're doing is the one that you showed first.
Across
and
the
not
Tasman lilies.
Yeah.
Yes.
As opposed to.
And I haven't worked on that.
Oh, you have. I'm confusing myself.
You know, I don't think I've worked. Yeah, that's right. I don't think I've worked on that. So that is cool. So only a little bit, but I am hoping to get back into my five a fortnight. It's supposed to be 5 a week. It's never going to happen. But 5 a fortnight maybe. Because theoretically, I now have oodles of time to myself because both my girls are living their adventures. Christina's on the island, Stew Island now.
Lovely.
With her job. Sophia's in Wellington. So theoretically, Marta and I have discovered that a good dinner is crackers and cheese.
Yeah, if you really want to fancy it up, you can put a little bit of pickle on it.
Well, when we sold the house, we got given a hamper and it had caramelized onion pickle. That's been very good. So
Was it Barker's?
It was fancy. I don't think it was Barker's, it was fancier. Anyway, so what's your next
So,
work in progress?
Oh, so I've been working on my die fisher, and I apologise, I haven't got the picture of it's all finished, but I'll show you what I've done. I have filled in this branchy thing and made the wee twirls. I've done a little bit around here, and I've done the chain up there. So I was just getting it into circulation, so I'm working on it.
But this is not, you're all ready with the stuff that you have to pre-do?
So this stuff is homework for next time, and there's another band up here that's homework for next time, but I needed a colour that has only just come in, and it's one I want to do in the weekends and daylight as opposed to the stuff that I have been doing, which I've been able to do in the evenings.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because there's a lot of counting to make sure I get it in the right place.
Yes, we don't want to be undoing, Victoria.
Yep, but what I didn't show you in my book of days is down here I have a column, and you'll see I've got projects in red, projects in orange, and projects in green. The projects in red are I have to work on them once a week at least. And at the moment that is my Home Sweet Home, which is the little sewing box, which I didn't work on at all this week.
The system is working really well then.
And my die fisher. The orange, I can't quite remember what that meant. I wrote it down in some coloured pen. I think that was high priority.
What do you mean?
Okay, so red must work on every week. Twisted band sampler means I just have to work on it within the fortnight.
But it's finished.
But it's finished now, yep, so I don't need that in there. And then the green is just chug along as you can. It's good, it's all working, colours are working for me.
Are you liking a method?
I am. And I'm also adding little notes on the in the days, just a little one. So like on the 2nd, which also coincided with Shark Week, I've got trip to Timaru, no stitching, sad face.
Are you going to put that Jacinda resigned?
Oh,
A bit of social history as
bit
well
of
as
social
stitching?
history. I think I will.
She was tearful.
I didn't watch the speech, but I was.
Oh, I only
sad to
watched
hear
like
that.
a 2-second one.
And then on the 14th, I've got big family catch up because we had a big family catch up with like 20 people and lots of children.
Voluntarily?
Yeah, I was so pleased to come home at the end of the... So it was my family, my mum's sister and my mum's sister's children and their children. So there was 7 children, most of them
It sounds like a clan.
sort of young. Lots of, like, 4 of them were under 5. So it was absolutely lovely. We had a lovely time. Had a big family meal and then went back to my sister's. But
These
I
are
was
the
so
people.
pleased.
These are the people you've made quilts for.
Yes, yeah. So pleased to come home and then just sit in my nice quiet house and do some stitching.
Yeah, it's good to be able to leave, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh, I don't know how people with young kids do it. The wall-to-wall noise. I don't know how you survive.
But also, they would have been overexcited.
Oh, yes, yeah. And then plus they'd travelled, so we were like the halfway point between going from their house to their grandma's house. So,
Nice.
you know, they'd been in the car for a couple of hours and it was lovely.
Cool.
So that's me.
Have you noticed that your book of days has someone doing bobbin lace?
Yes! Look, she's doing bobbing lace. Beautiful.
as one does.
You found your bobbin lace stuff, didn't you?
I did. I don't think I say this every time I say something. It was a sad week for me, actually. I forgot to say, because I had to go to a funeral. Well, I chose to go to a funeral. I know, it was, and the person that had passed away was a friend of mine who was very young, but her mum was who taught me how to make bobbin lace.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was very sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, it was sad, but it was also really lovely because you know, in the funerals now they show lots of photos, and in the photos it was her mum as well, who actually passed away maybe 5 years ago, and my friend passed away this week. But it was just really lovely to see her as well. So she was a maker as well. Her mum was amazing. She used to work in a mill back when she was young, when she was like 14. And she was an amazing knitter and machine knitter as well. Seamstress, amazing. She had made at least one of her daughter's wedding dresses.
Wow.
And my friend had passed away as well. She was a good knitter as well. So anyway,
I'm very sorry.
But it was sad. But it was lovely to kind of say, oh yes. So it is always lovely when you get taught things that enrich your life, and it's through friendships. It's not like I paid $500. I mean, that's great in a different way, but it's lovely to have connections as well. So
It's me.
that's you. Okay, so things to talk about. I have a book to recommend.
Excellent.
So I wanted to show you this one because last time when I was talking to you, I showed you that big book with all the photographs.
Yes, on
and
the
it was
outside.
very beautiful.
Beautiful book.
I forgot to bring this. So this is again from the textile study group, and this was a catalogue from one of their exhibitions. And of course, I don't get to go to the UK for exhibitions, so it was really good fun to just see different styles of artists and what they do. So this one's called Disrupt. This one actually cost me £1. Because obviously it's not a recent catalogue. I mean, there have been no recent exhibitions because of COVID.
So did you buy it?
I bought it at the same time as the big book.
Yeah.
So the postage was
Postage was the same. I was going to say, you bought the book for £1 and paid £14 to get it posted.
No. But isn't this great? So this is Julia Tristan. I haven't heard about. This is going to be great. I can look them up on the Instawebs. Julie Erica Saunders. So anyway, good fun. Good fun to see. It's amazing how wide the term textile artist, how wide it can be.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I've been
Oh,
enjoying.
shit, that one. That's amazing.
Kay Greenless. So,
How cool is that?
So it's a book, but it looks like corrugated fabric, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's stitched.
It's stitched.
Yeah, the fabric is machine stitched in white, and then in the pinks. So these lines that the darker whites are stitching. Yeah, so good fun. Alice Fox is very famous. She works with nature a lot. She's a cool lady. I don't know a lot of the names, but this one was very interesting as well. Penny Burnfield. About war. So yeah. So I wanted to show you this, but I also wanted to recommend a novel that I've just finished reading for my reading group. Now I can't remember if I recommended it last, a different book by her, but her name is Maggie O'Farrell. I mean, I want to say she's an Irish writer. I think she's an Irish writer. I'm trying to think from her accent. But last year I read Hamnet, which was amazing, amazing. So apparently Hamnet and Hamlet were interchangeable names, like spelt differently, yeah, interchangeably. Anyway, Hamnet is an amazing novel, and my friend recommended this other novel by her, which was from 2021, I think, and it's called The Marriage Portrait. And it's about one of the, I think, Medici girls, Lucrezia de Medici. Oh, Amy, you might be interested because you've just been to Italy. Of course that goes together, right?
Yeah.
This was really, really beautiful and really interesting. What I loved about it, apart from, I listened to it as an audiobook. I mean, I love the narration, beautifully narrated, but I can't remember by whom, but also the activity, like the central activity is painting. So she paints. So you get to hear about hues and colors and how to all that is kind of in the background of the novel. So that was very good. I really enjoyed that. It made me want to be an oil painter. So it was very good. Really recommend that. If you're on the lookout for and of course it's very Moorish. You just put it on and then you're like stitching for hours. It's very good. Yeah.
All right.
So I think that's it. Yes.
So we have our giveaway. Stitch Witches, the local embroidery store in Dunedin, have wonderful local embroidery store in Dunedin. Sewing store have donated 2023 book of days. So we did the draw just before we plugged into the video. And I'm hoping Catherine remembered who won.
Yes. So it's Mrs. Stitcher has
Yes.
won the giveaway. So Beatriz. Now we ran the thing for the Spanish Flosstube and the English one, and I know Beatriz is a great supporter of the Spanish Flosstube, and she comments every time, and we've had chats on Instagram as well, and she's lovely. So I'm so excited that someone that comments lots won.
It's great. So can you reach out?
Yeah,
we'll reach out. We'll get your address and we'll get this away to you in the post, hopefully on Monday, because that's payday.
No, I'll take it, and if she responds, it's cheaper for me to post from the university.
Is it?
Yes, through the university thingy.
Oh.
I sent Sophia a massive parcel to Wellington.
Yeah, but it's international postage.
With my baking machine, which is massive. $8 it cost me.
Baking machine? Do you mean a mixer?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what's massive? And they're heavy, because I imagine yours is
It's
probably
not
a
heavy.
roll.
It wasn't even
Is
heavy.
it not even a Kenwood one? Did you just have a shitty plastic one?
No, it's Tefal. Or Tefal. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Tefal, I think.
Anyway, it was very good.
Cool.
And we are older people and we don't need to bake. We just go out for cake if we need cake. So Sophia's really into baking this year. So I was like,
oh, excellent.
She can have it. She doesn't watch this, so I can say this. She can have it. It'll be a lovely surprise for her. Because she's hoping to go to Europe midway through the year. So she's my very sociable, very activity, very party daughter. Mm-hmm. And that costs money. So she's not doing a lot of that this year so that she can save for her adventure. But she wants to, go on walks and run and bake and do quiet things like that.
Excellent.
So I'll take it because it is way cheaper. Oh, everything is way cheaper.
Excellent. You have to put a hard bit, like a cut of cardboard box, and do not fold stuff all over it.
Cool. Okay, so that's Beatriz from Mrs. Stitcher, and if you follow her on Instagram, I think she's got quite a following. I think she's
got some amazing stuff. Yeah,
beautiful. She would unpick. Beautiful work.
Yeah.
So, cool.
So I think that's it.
Yes. So we'll be back in a fortnight, and hopefully with some actual more stuff to show because we'll have been stitching all weekend.
Yeah.
So
that's the plan. We get on a boat to go across to the island at 9:30 on Saturday morning.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes. Have you been?
No.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I want to talk to you about getting a ride down to Back Beach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I was going to walk, but I thought I'd probably have a lot of stuff to carry.
Sure. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, exciting. We're looking forward to that. And that's it.
Have
a lovely fortnight.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll show it next time.
No, go on.
No, next time.
We're here.
No, next time.
All right. Have a lovely fortnight.
Take it easy. Bye.